I couldn't get it to jump start. Guy had said the previous owner had overheated it. Oh, come on now. This is bone dry and flaky, crusty. Oh my goodness. So however long that's been like that, I don't know if the guy knew where to put the coolant. Where was he putting it? Could have been in here. Look at how high the oil is. Can you see that? Do you see? The oil is filled up to here. It's supposed to be down in here where the hatch marks are. More than double full. Battery was literally 0 volts. I slapped this one and it's just over 12 volts. Still wouldn't start. This battery was run dead at one point. It's got the volts, but probably not cold cranking amps. Hooked a jumper to it. Got it to start, and it was smoking so bad. And I saw from the crank all of the burnt rubber on there. And I suspected it was probably the alternator pulley was seized or the AC compressor was seized. That's not. The alternator is definitely seized up. But the belt was still on there. So I went to try to move this tensioner, and that it's moving a bit now, but even that was seized up. I just pulled a little bit like that, and the belt popped the rest of the way. As you can see, this belt was in rough shape to begin with. The idler pulley is a bit rough. I actually might just try to break that loose and see if it will charge. Let me do that. Yeah, it's better, I think. Definitely okay. See if we can break this alternator loose. She's sweet. It's moving freely. It'll break up the rest of the way with a belt on there. I'd like to get it free spinning by hand. It's not quite almost there, yeah. And that might be all right. Once it gets going. So I'll pop a belt on. Okay, so which way do we have to go with this? We need it this way to take the tension off, right? Right? Where's that put the tension on? Yeah, this will take the tension off, I believe. That tension definitely has to be replaced. But let's go ahead and route the belt. This is not how I normally do it. Get it around the crank. Get it tight through there. Idler pulley. Okay, so I do have to go the other way. Get around the power steering, idler, and then I can bring my tensioner back up. Whoops. There we go. Make sure it's straight on everything. Bring the tensioner back up. I'm just bouncing a little bit to kind of get the spring back to being loaded. Make sure it's in all the grooves. Okay, I've drained a bunch of oil out. I'm going to put some distilled water in before I attempt to start it back up. A little in the reservoir as well. We'll burp it a little bit. Right now, we're just looking to start it up and move it. Whoa! I mean to put that much in the reservoir. It's fine. It's got to get burped anyways. It's fine. I'm curious if the alternator will be charging. Now I've got that loosened up. Our jump pack up. Right now, battery's dead. It was sitting at around 10 volts. Yeah, 10.07. We'll jump start it. See if we can get 13.5 or 14 out of it. Doesn't sound bad. Doesn't sound wrong, huh? .81. She's charging.
Yeah. Whew. That's smoky. That's some smoke. So we're probably dealing with a blown head gasket.
Okay, heater core is leaking pretty bad. That's okay, we can replace that. That's gonna be a bit of work. Boy.
The smoking seems to have stopped, so maybe there was just a bunch of junk in the tailpipe. I don't know how long this was sitting before I bought it. Not hearing any knocking, actually. I revved it up. Definitely hot, building pressure, so. Okay, bottom hose. Still a bit cold. I did feel some heat going, yep, got heat going to the heater core, so it's leaking. Cold on the other side. Excuse me. I'm assuming that the heater core is blocked up a bit. Perhaps there was issue with overheating. They suspected head gasket. If they used the junk to like block seal or something like that, head gasket, stop leak, whatever it's called, that stuff can congeal and block off some of these smaller lines, especially in the heater core. I'm assuming that is blocked up. I will pull those hoses off once this is all cooled down. And I'll flush that. I'll flush it backwards, gently, flush it through both ways. Hopefully clear out any junk that's in there. We'll probably end up having to replace the heater core regardless. I've never done that, so that'll be fun. Otherwise, it's actually, seems like it's running pretty good. Let's see here. Oh! Oh, there we go. Look at that. Bubbling right up from the head gasket. Okay. There you go. Blown head gasket. At least that side. Blown head gasket on one side. Coming out the top. Alrighty. Running right down the timing cover. Well, that's great to find, actually. So I will go ahead and proceed with swapping the motor, but also addressing the heater core. I'll go ahead and shut it off now that I confirmed that the head gasket is blown.